What I say? And my son on the corner.
Okay, me that's it, President. Well, I'll see you room a biblim hakodi nkomo ba. Ye kwa akodi nkomo. Baby any Gold Stars represent Ghana CAF Champions League num. Asante Kotoko so represent Ghana CAF Confederations Cup num. Na eni nim say draw no baso. Na ye ne enua Ponchelo Chama. Yes, in fact, oko Zambia or ye top journalist ho. Yes, African football expert. I just what did awards bibiri. Ye ne kwa akodi nkomo afa draw na ene baso no. Ye nkodi nkomo mre. Senior most yenkwe.
Okay. Hi, my brother. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning, and hope Ghana is good.
Yes, we're doing very well in here. How about your end? How is it going?
104.1. It's going good. It's going good.
Wow.
My condolences. However, I read about the crash.
Yes.
Which took place in Ghana. My condolences to everyone, and may the souls of the departed rest in peace.
Amen. Thanks very much. Well accepted. I know Zambian football, you've also gone through that period before. I mean, it's all part of life anyway. But we really appreciate it.
Yes.
We would want to appreciate your time on the show, first of all.
Thank you. I'm humbled to be here.
An award-winning journalist, one of the most respected journalists on the continent of Africa. We really appreciate you once again, Punch.
Thank you.
Yes, my brother, first of all, let's find out from you. I mean, the draw will be coming up today at Dar es Salaam, that's Tanzania to be precise. The CAF Confederations Cup and then the CAF Champions League. What are you expecting, especially Kumasi Asante Kotoko representing Ghana as in the CAF Confederations Cup, and then Baby any Gold Stars representing Ghana as in the CAF Champions League? What are you expecting from the draw and the two teams? What you know about the two teams so far? I know obviously with regards to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, you have much information about Kotoko, but probably regarding Baby any Gold Stars, it will be quite scanty.
It's going to be an interesting tournament. Remember that Ghana is almost in a similar situation to Zambia, whereby we haven't done well in CAF competition over the last 4 or 5 years. I think Ghana have done slightly better. Obviously, there have been a few clubs which have reached the group stage, or Zambia have had it. But we need to improve our rankings because Ghana now, previously before, Ghana would have 2 clubs. I remember during the days when there would be Mediama, but now Ghana is down to 1 club in each competition. So it's going to be very important for Bibiana Gold Stars to do well as for Asante Kotoko, which is a legendary club of football. I don't know so much about Bibiana. I followed them throughout the course of the past season. They're a pretty much new team, so there's not that much information I know. This is going to be new for them, getting into this competition. So it's going to be a bit difficult. I know that they do have a couple of players who are good, but novices is never easy for them. And when we look at the group in which they're in, they've been put in pot 2. And they have to face any of these teams in pot 2 in the preliminary rounds. So this could be a team from Benin, a team from Burkina Faso. There's Rahimo from Burkina Faso, who've been in the competition before. They've never really done well, but they've had experience in terms of that. They're consistently qualifying for CAF football. So such teams are usually dangerous even if they don't reach the group stage. Then we've got Cameroon. The champions of Cameroon, they are also new. So that would be a good thing if Bibiani meet them, because they are not an old team, they are a new team. So it's going to be interesting. Equatorial Guinea and Central African Republic, teams from there are not really teams which give Ghanaian teams difficulties usually, as well as a lot of other top African nations. So I don't think there'll be much to worry about. Then Gabon, this club is legendary in terms of that they've been there from as far as the 80s and the 90s, Manga Sport. So they've got that big name.
Exactly.
But they are not the club. They are not the club of old. They're not the club of old. So they are still restructuring. So Kotoko could potentially meet them as well. Then there's Real de Banjul. of Gambia, who are another very interesting team. They are the ASEC Mimosas of Gambian football. They sell a lot of players to Europe. So when Kotoko when Bibiani faced the potential, what we expect to see is that Real de Banjul will have sold a number of their key players yet again. They do this almost every season. They like selling their players, particularly to the Scandinavian countries. This is Norway,
That's
Sweden,
Norway, Denmark, and stuff. Okay.
Yes. So it is expected that Real de Banjul will have sold a number of key players again, because that's what keeps them going in terms of money. So I don't think they would give Bibiani a chance. They'll give Bibiani a problem. Okay. Then we've got Nigeria as well, potentially Remo Stars. Now Remo Stars, they did very well in the Nigerian league. So this is a team that I think Bibiani need to avoid, and they've been there before in CAF Cup competition, not that well. And this is one of the teams to avoid. Then Sierra Leone, there's East End Lions, a legendary team of Sierra Leonean football.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, they're not so good. They're not so good, but just their fan base. When Kotoko will go there, particularly if they play in the biggest stadium in Sierra Leone, the National Stadium, that stadium could have 40,000, 50,000 fans. It's crazy the way Eastern Lions just have.
Wow, then that's quite
thousands
intimidating.
Of fans whenever they play.
So with respect to their grounds, it's quite an intimidating grounds.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's the challenge which Bibiani will face if they meet them. It will be that atmosphere. Can they be able to get past that, since they don't have much experience in terms of CAF Cup competition? So then lastly, there are the Libyan clubs. Now, Libya, we don't know the clubs who Kotoko would likely, not Kotoko, apologies.
Bibiani Gold Stars. You're so fond of Asante Kotoko, I know, my brother.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I'm so used.
Yeah. Well,
Bibiani Gold Stars will face.
Yeah.
Reason being is that the Libyan league has yet to be completed. So it was actually it's still going on. It's being hosted. The top 6 final competition is being hosted in Italy. So that's why the teams are currently pushing it out and trying to qualify for CAF Cup competition. So we don't know who among the 2 Libyan teams which will qualify, who Kotoko would face.
Gold Stars, yes.
Gold Stars will face.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know much about Bibiani Gold Stars, but I hope they've got the type of backing that we saw in the past with mine-owned teams in Ghana, like
Goldfields. Yes, I mean, of course.
Yes.
And then to some extent, Mediema, though it's an individual team, but they were fully backed by the mining company. Yes. So if they could have that type of backing, because Zambia, we are similar. For Zambia, us, the majority of our clubs here, the dominant clubs are mine-owned teams from very far back as the 1930s, 1940s. So the beauty about mine-owned teams is that they rarely tend to. That's why Obuasi came from nowhere to dominate, because they were not the team which were coming from the 80s. They just came from nowhere because they can organize resources fast, and then they can manage to put themselves up there. So that's the CAF Champions League and how it will look. Okay.
For Asante Kotoko, yes, I'm listening.
We're listening with rapt attention, because I mean, anything or everything about Kotoko, I mean, certainly a lot of people have huge interest in it. So let's discuss that. Yes, we're listening.
So Asante Kotoko, it's a giant club in terms of just the brand of the club and what we know about the club and the expectations of the club. They've been in this situation before in terms of participating in the CAF Champions League, CAF Confederations Cup, and a lot of fans expect them to do well, to get into the group stage, and just push. I saw what they did I watched the game in which they played against Kaizer Chiefs. It was, yes, the Toyota Cup.
Okay.
Yes, it was a very good performance from Kotoko. I didn't recognize a lot of the players. There's been a number of changes as compared to 3-4 years ago. Obviously,
Exactly.
Kotoko has brought in a number of new players, but they did well and they shocked Chiefs. The way Kotoko played, the organization, just the way they developed the play, and that is a good situation because now Kotoko traveled very far down to South Africa, played in front of a stadium whereby passionate Kaizer Chiefs fans for a serious cup which Kaizer Chiefs would have wanted to win, and they got the result. So Kotoko are placed in Port 1, apologies, where there are a number of teams from different countries, from Benin, Burkina Faso. There's a club called USFA. They've been in this competition before. Then Benin, there's Cotton Sport, not to be confused with the Cotton Sport
Garoua of Cameroon. Yes, this is Cotton Sport of Benin. Okay.
Benin, yes. So that's going to be interesting to see how they'll do. And then in Ivory Coast, there's San Pedro, who the other team. Yeah, the other team, I don't think there's much of an issue if Kotoko meet them, but San Pedro may be the problem because they've got a lot of experience in the competition. Then Guinea have got Haifa. Now, Haifa is a legendary club. They if you remember the 70s, I think they played Kotoko.
Cotton Sport Garoua, the TP Mazembes, yes. They have huge or rich history.
Yes, I think a couple of times in the 70s they played either Hearts or Kotoko in Cup competition.
That they met Hafia Club of Guinea from Conakry. Yes, I recall very well.
So that they've got the legend, and they haven't really done well in over 50 years that now they performed well in CAF Cup competition. They've got a big name. They're not as financially sound as Horoya, which is currently right now, they're the big boys in Ghanaian football. But Haifa, they've got the history, they've got the legacy, they've got the fan base, and a game between Haifa and Kotoko would be explosive. And it will be interesting to see. That's a lot of Kotoko fans would want to avoid this game. But for me, as an African football follower, that's a game I'd want to watch.
What's Kotoko Haifa? I mean, I'll describe it as a stillborn. we shouldn't expect such a game to be played now. The Kotoko in me, the Ghanaian in me, wouldn't want us to, meet Haifa. At this point, yes, we would want to, negotiate this band, before. Okay, so my brother, I mean, realistically, sorry, if you are to assess Asante Kotoko from afar, can we be able to, can we, as in me being a Ghanaian, do you think it's feasible, it's possible for Kotoko to negotiate this band and then possibly get into the group stage of the Confederations Cup?
Yes, it is. It is possible because Kotoko have got so for Kotoko, it's not just the, how can I put it? It's not just the players, it's the history around the club. The history, so there are certain clubs in Africa, Gor Mahia in Kenya, Nkana in Zambia, Orlando Pirates in South Africa, Al Ahly, whereby even sometimes when the players, things may not be going well, it's just that history which is put on the players, say that, look, this is a historic club, you need to play for the badge. And that just pushes the team. So that's going to be on the side of Kotoko. That I think no matter what opposition comes, if Kotoko can galvanize the fan base to turn up for the game, whether it's going to be in Kumasi, whether it's going to be, I've noticed Kotoko played some games in Accra as well, whether it's going to be Accra, whether it's going to be, I don't know if Kotoko, it's going to be in Kumasi.
Yes, it's likely.
It's like, so whether it's going to be wherever, but I've seen Kotoko, they play well, even when they play outside the country. In 2019 they came to play in Zambia against Zesco United and Nkana when they were in the same group, and Kotoko, were playing like they were at home.
Wow!
In one of the games.
Wow.
Yes, they were playing. They're so confident. So I think Kotoko take that brand outside wherever they play. Excuse me.
Oh, no problem. Sorry.
So whoever Kotoko are going to face, I think they have a big chance to get into the group stage. It may just be the challenge with Kotoko may just be after they get beyond the preliminary round.
Okay.
They could meet Wydad, USM Alger, or CR Belouizdad in the next round, and that becomes tricky. But remember, this is not the same Wydad.
Exactly.
Oh, this is a Wydad which even if you watch them at the Club World Cup, they were not convincing.
Yes, they have a lot of challenges. So, even financially, now they are not well really positioned. Yes, I know. They have a lot of challenges bedeviling them.
Yes, so if Kotoko can just put in their minds, I think they can beat either Wydad, USM Alger. The problem would be CR Belouizdad.
Yeah, it's true.
Who are a bit more organized. And they're trying to make their history now, and this could be the challenge for Kotoko. But either Wydad, I think they've got a better chance there.
Okay.
So that's for Kotoko. Then for Bibiani, I would see that they will have a challenge. It will depend who they will meet. There are so many difficult teams in the CAF Champions League, more difficult than in the CAF.
I wouldn't want to cut you short, but I'm sure you know the fairy tale story of this team, Dreams FC, how they managed to get into the group stage. They got to even the semi-finals. They surprised all and sundry. I'm sure you know about that. So apparently, they may draw, inspiration from what Dreams FC did 2 seasons ago.
Yes, Dreams FC was an interesting story. We followed them. We saw what they did. But I think Dreams FC also, as I said, I don't know how to weigh Bibiani, because I know Dreams, the players they've produced, who've moved on to go to Europe, and Dreams, despite the fact that they were playing in the CAF Cup competition, they had been in the Ghanaian league for 4 or 5 seasons prior.
Exactly, more than 4 or 5 seasons. Comparatively, they are more experienced than Bibiani Gold Stars. Yes, you're on point. It's true.
Yes, so because of that, experience of playing in the league, they shocked everyone, including me. But they built on that experience. For Bibiani Gold Stars, it's like they are really, really. This is their first time. They're taking really baby steps. They surprised a lot of us outside of Ghana and just said that because I was expecting maybe Kotoko would do well. I was expecting obviously the normal Hearts. But then I just saw Bibiani Gold Stars like they came from nowhere.
You mentioned Accra to folk. Sorry to chip in or to interact in here. You mentioned Accra Hearts of Folk. So, were you surprised?
Can I mention something before you?
Okay,
Accra Hearts of Folk. I've been following them, and I know that there are investors who came. I think it was last week or the other week from the Middle East.
3 days ago, yes, Hearts of Folk has some investors there, potential investors.
Yes.
Yes. That is true. You're on point from Qatar.
Yes, and I hope such a deal works out, because Hearts, I followed them as far back as the 90s, the 2000s, when they had players like Charles Taylor, when there was that whole debacle of Charles Taylor moving between the 2 big clubs, which was a huge topic back then.
First in the annals of Ghana football,
Yes, they also had Ismail Ado.
Exactly.
Who that season, I think he was the top scorer, and it took a long time for anyone to top that. Exactly. The number of goals he scored. Yes. So Hearts have got a lot of history. They've got a lot of good
of Africa.
Yes. Particularly that from 2000 to 2005, late 90s, 2005, when Kotoko and Hearts also played the CAF Confederations Cup final. That was big for Ghanaian football. And I got surprised later on why that dropped, what happened, why like Hearts dropped, because Hearts haven't really been the same. I know they've been trying, they've been working on facilities. Both Hearts and Kotoko have been working on facilities. But for me, my view is that if these big clubs in Ghana and African football, if they thrive, it benefits the African football environment, while also the smaller clubs start coming up and competing. So the smaller clubs are motivated, that want to be as good as Kotoko, want to be as good as Hearts, and then they are committed to go on into Africa and do them. So if Hearts and Kotoko thrive, I think this is good for Ghanaian football as well as for African football, because if I remember Kotoko came here in Zambia. I was at the stadium when they played Zesco. Yes, when they played Zesco and there were a lot of people who came to watch the game just because of the brand. And Kotoko even came; they were very organized. They came with a number of officials. In fact, the media, when Kotoko came here in Zambia, the Ghanaian media outnumbered us here in Zambia. So. Numbers. Kotoko came with a bigger media than us, so it was very embarrassing to see that happen. But that's the brand that Kotoko carries. You see, it carries a lot of respect, and it's going to be good to see how they fare in the CAF Confederations Cup. But I would love Kotoko to make the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. It will do well for Ghanaian football. I've noticed, and I don't understand why. Of late, even games between Hearts and Kotoko have not been attracting capacity crowds. I don't understand why.
It's the truth. You are wholly on point. Indeed. That sort of aura surrounding Kotoko Heart of Oak. I mean, virtually it's gone. The interest has actually waned down. That is the reality. Indeed, you are an expert when it has to do with African football. You are wholly on point, bro. My brother, your final words before, I mean, this is actually going to be part 1 of this interview. We definitely will get to speak to you subsequently, right after the draw. I mean, definitely, we're going to have an interaction with you. So, your final words before we take leave of you at this point, my brother.
My final words is that both teams should be focused. Both teams should push. And I love what you guys do, particularly in Ghana, the Ghanaian media, always pushing, talking about Ghanaian football. I love what you guys do, always talking about Ghanaian African football, and that's how we should grow. There's been a lot of focus on talking about European football, and me, I've got nothing against European football, nothing at all, but I always believe that if we push our own, it benefits us more. If we start having these conversations, I would want to travel to watch Kotoko versus Hearts, just that game, because I've never watched it live in the stadium. And if we continue pushing our game, these things will become a reality whereby 100 African media people, 100 African journalists, bloggers, and everyone travel to either Kumasi or Accra just to watch one of Africa's biggest matches. This is what we want, and well done, guys, for the job that you're doing.
Again, we extremely appreciate it having you on this show, Kumasi 104.1. So whilst in whilst in Zambia, tell your friends to monitor Kumasi FM on Facebook. They can watch our show, Kumasi FM 104.1. They can watch the show on Facebook. It's virtually basically about the local game. I mean, that's all. We discuss nothing else apart from the local game, my brother, and African football, as you rightly indicated.
We definitely will be following. Mm-hmm. We definitely, and I'll be learning the language, because sometimes I follow, okay, but then I get lost in the language, but I'll be learning the language.
I'll take you through the Chichi or our local tutorials. You've got no problem. I'll do it for you, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Nyamen Kao, do you understand the meaning of Nyamen Kao?
No. What is that?
May God be with you.
Yeah, Nyamenka Oho.
Good. Nyamenka Oho. Nyamenka Oho. May God be with you.
Okay. 104.1. Thank you. No, I'll learn. Don't worry, guys. You can inbox me the pronunciations. I'll learn how to pronounce, and then
right,
God
my
be
brother.
with you too.
Okay. Medase means thank you very much. Medase.
Thank you.
Okay, bro. Have a blessed day. Regards to everyone in Zambia. We really appreciate you guys so much. Zambia is such a nice country. You guys are very much hospitable.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, bro. Okay. Bye.
The rulers of Ghana sports. Country sports. The rulers of Ghana sports. Country sports. Number one. The rulers of Ghana sports. Country sports.
Okay, Ahayu Kumase 104.1 FM. Country Sports Weekend Edition and Augusu Autien. You're live on Facebook. Kumase 104.1 FM on Facebook. You call Zambia. You near Ponchelo Chama or your top journalist, African football expert, and a Kukudin Komo. Interview more de papa. Super interview. Yes, a more depa. President. Brem kakre bi na fi men jam.
Ya ni ansɛntwerɛ ne kodi nkɔmɔ.
Ba fo ne na pai bro fi du na bro fu na siri mu na fi wo bɔ wa.
Yes.
Ba fo no.
On said that me too kwan ko Benin ba ye ko catch was Ghana. Asante Kotoko.
Ba fo ma bro fu na siri mu.
Du no su ba fo na no ni nia etwe nkɔmɔ.
Ponchelu
Chama. From
top
Zambia. African football expert.
African football there.
Sure.
Look on Facebook now. We're checking the page out.
Ya ne di nkomo na ye busan se ofem from 104.1 Africa as ya gudi ehun se no krobia wo follow na nyame ya adom a CAF Total Champions League Confederation draw na e ba so. In fact, on my how ade ni besi fakọ and I was starting so bobo so. Se ya mo mpa yimpo se bebia no process enkosia Remo Stars konkofo na hadwene afin so okan ya de bidu Asante Kotoko se Kotoko de wo hwe baabi oda no ani team se wo ho na kame se Kotoko na bra bo ne history ne kuta no ano ya ye hye aso mo
asrama obetimi ahie o
merete se na baabia ni Go Stars ebebre no
Go Stars bo Champions League
no se Kotoko no pe history na wa ye no ma wa ye e wa brabum no we free senya dia Kotoko bebre sa as compared to baabia ni Go Stars so na ni nua ba afo twena so nanse kura wo kai se beautiful control me oh yes what did you say team na chi achi pa no what is said beautiful no da block come so bien team to kwan ko Europe to go for no enya na quality on be boss ade no nti eno nso onyi emfa emfirim eno achi no so nanse Asante Kotoko wodu omachi wo hwe oma na mo so onso mutu kwan eba South Africa na omene Kaizer Chiefs be boy say in fact so we domo a wo wura mu stadium ho na we Kaizer Chiefs wo musorom supporters yi eni bre etimi esoko na nyina se Kotoko ba na ball no a wo hwe no Kotoko ma that kind of performance na Kotoko nya results dia in fact ne ko ya do Asante Kotoko na no onim no na wo hu se na se Kotoko ne sakati no akwa ya foforo pi ayesa foforo na aba no wo hweso no so na brabo beba no ma wa beto aso it wo de ho no so ye dey e bi si ho ayese na odi eno so ho nkobo na owie ye no na osan ba ayese nansen so na Kotoko nua no ne nua panyini aye ha to foku no so no o monitor na fa in fact was odi has team na chiache from 1999 2000 na Ghana football no baby peda koduru ye no na no hye esa Asante Kotoko ne ha asenti was ye ba ya beduru baby 204 205 no na ye bo Confederations Cup no ha was final ni ya de ba o Ghana football mu a na ekoso ni ye pa no se nansen ase Kotoko ene has no omo ntu omo nka wo so ho bi na Kotoko ni mpodi ye ne yaye actually nua panyin ha to folk die no wo se aso mo to mo ka che papa e die na asie a wo te ha sen ka che sei na wo se na nso ko te se katafo bi ba podman ni nyina ne wo fulu enti wo ka aso mo aso ma wo ni nya wo ka wo se na mia ni ni ta still anom emubu from Kotoko
has to
Kotoko ni nyina na wo di akiri a wo hwe na ohwa de ni din a obesere Kotoko obesere atofo ni nkanka pa na atofo tim se emre dure wo se wo mu pedo mo homene so wo mu sa sori biu miewu atofo kana nye ni mo no immediately be wo se ha sa sori sa no na Kotoko asori sa no e bo ma ye league in fact enumnyam asabam and African po be di so mfa so because yam fa na se Kotoko na has modern born wo soro omo kwa African country bi after don kuba e ba de hwe wo se Asante Kotoko ba nkana normally says school for the boy, you know, in Canada for the boy. And don't me about holding in a Kotoko who don't hear. No buy because history back was some Kotoko. There was a dominant troop in massively. No matter game. No, it is at the end of the Ekutawono. Now to focus yourself. Some can come home. Now say Column Pony Raho. So what one what is a Kotoko has bring me Sibami Tiano.
Sano Cano. Sano Cano. One can hold you, I can't say.
Me check it as a woman.
Okay. Now, because we're Sibam now, look at me, TNS as was classic as a level number from Nancy.
Probably also TBB are wanting.
If I say the transfer me. The hotel and the raho.
What was
and now we're okay.
Say, get for you. Tim and Dama Kumas, my follow on match. Medianti, I don't know what to bring one pap for many. And
it's a papa in Nabim.
I'm getting none of a kind of mood. You are put you with free argument.
To your Becca.
A bread draws out of folk to Robesser. Woman Pedro Mohameso. Okay. Omnia Asante Kotoko, sorry. Now for history, na yenim. Any a Juma Mayan African football and some review.
Okay.
It or Bompire. So Obesa who say they compete ye and so I was so was say and you know your friends say Kotoko ban or more ban or did you or mumu so my baby so my holding ashe ye obenyam pa or so Kotoko the group stages of the competition. They won't have to focus there. Was say we are not book myself my basso say I mean the move because me so Zambia hamiti me and Masoret yam say at the Manchester and one on commercial meditation Manchester Munsumo ye bomb the Manchester and Real Madrid so tete mo edi mon kafra ne mom Nyankopon ya adma ye bompai said that bi no o mano if this is Zambia football association any Ghana football association o be hunu han no number mun to abok mas ye fema no na for mun so for ne oh me check ma me na ah me check ma
open you to aso open you to aso
me check ade mo wo yes akoma wo han
open you to aso me pacho to aso
wo dey ya mu di me da ma me
obi a okoma yo check na ase
open you to aso to aso mami other room to aso Zambia Football Association GFA ebe hu han
no for mutu mo Kumasi FM enemy nyan sentwe no Zambia no so so ano
yeah Ponchelo chama
now for yem page ye akasa ye this is our own yem page an yem so betimi aye
okay
na mo mu no mo hwe se Kumasi FM for me hwe ye yes ye cancel na mo buafu na mo ke cancel ye pabo ni ye pesa de ne saba
okay
mo ye so aba so
okay
we ye eno ni nwa aba afu di nkra afu se Ghana kasa nko besua be su no be ba ha na afi no ye ne atwa nkomodi ne so ti kwamna mama ne boni nyina na jama boni tia we ma bono tofa
na ba fo ni wie nyame nkan ho
nyame nkan ho ano nso wo
so kra ka se nka ba fo musa ne ba ko bi o ka se ba fo musa ne
ba fo musa ne se Zambia ho fo ma no ho ye
as usual okay okay but as a president president teacher Kofi Mafo Collins the diaba okay manager we dey mama be 2-3 minutes now you rem kakra interview be said na next week no da ye rem yi pa wa kan sem Monday ye ba na fi producers na ye hu adwuma na
ye be strom me fe na nkoche table ase mama me ra wo
ya re ho sem pa okay
example edu say I say edu African football o the Ghana ha basically a Kotoko and has
sure
your car back was more the rich history Kotoko has and Nyamo say Union of Free Zambia no.
Yeah.
I say all kaka na baby and Kotoko, but all kaka no or the has be realm.
Sure.
It didn't try because they say the Continental Club Masters. What I say that is House of Folk. If that president can own mini house in Fremona or can, but now won't tell you. Sample, it's an port now. Port one. Clubs now. I find say maybe Asante Kotoko dana. Simple Confederation Cup. Ubenya cotton sports from Benin. And then cotton sports away also can or interview.
Yeah, can.
And yet from Cameroon.
Yeah,
cotton sport from Benin. Yeah.
Okay.
Ubenya USFA. Abu Free Burkina. Ubenya a girl royal from Cameroon. Ubenya 2 teams from La Côte d'Ivoire. Amadou Diallo Sports Club and San Pedro.
Okay.
Also free Côte d'Ivoire. More Confederation Cup. Ubenya ye team Konkron Asante Kotoko. Ukuma apima pembeba.
Hey, Kron. Hey.
I team Konkron Asante Kotoko. Ukuma apima pembeba metema. The Fabros Club. Ubia beba half year.
Okay.
Half year ubia in Momugini.
Yeah.
Afiaka ubenya Black Man Warrior FC omo Liberia ubenya AXC his name I think so omo I think Niger omo I think so omo Madagascar yeah ubenya Abia Warriors from Nigeria yeah ubenya Kwara United from Nigeria ubenya ASN Nigelec Omo Niger, yes. Asana Obenya Generation Foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Omo Senegal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Obenya Banta FC. Omo Suwo Sierra Leone. No wanya AS Mbolo. I say yeah, Omo I think it's Omo Togo. AS Mbolo say something like yeah. AS Bolo XU Omo yeah.
Kumasi FM.
Support and I'll be one Asante Kotoko.
Oh, okay.
And then idea. But emu yan be munya sa. And then all can be said or no Kotoko ne half year.
Sure.
Me ameti me prese Kotoko ne half year.
And about for crackers and quechi.
There be. Half year. Simple. You things we are who ye draw and also your ballot now. Unya 3 years. I said lack kakra.
Okay.
Because when you lack now kunya some stubborn teams. I say San Pedro.
Kumasi FM.
Okay, San Pedro.
Kaiba.
Me pesa Asante Kotoko. Ebe share say team no. What I say? It's your mom pie say you will teams you are. Kotoko share but simple and there is no minus in African football.
Sure.
It's like say Kotoko your recruitment all share players no. And say be our top for top. Because draw and say basso simple. Kotoko be who do on but you hoping for a lucky draw.
Okay.
Say okay Monday.
Okay.
Baby any go stars no but a brand ko.
Yeah.
What I say Mondays after draw no baby any Kotoko be who lie omonam. What I say.
Okay.
Na ya share by Monday.
Okay, medamase. Monday ye beto aso. Ye nto aso na afi ye nku ye ni.
Kumasi FM. 104.1.
Exclusive.
Kumasi FM. 104.1.
Exclusive.
Kumasi FM 104.1.
Okay, yantu aso ni enku ye president. Ma memfa exclusive si emfi Asante Kotoko camp emra. Unse be your story say Samba Unel.
Absolutely.
And Afi Muhammad Kamara.
Sure.
contract will be at the cafe back home. So almost sign 2 years. No matter 1 season. A cafe back home. Na Asante Kotoko company for no more kasa. So mun san tretre contract no renew and farmer crop ye Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Na somebody and the matter no pay say a number 90%.
Okay. Good news.
Samba ya dia to so be extend the contract no e dia ma Asante Kotoko. Unse somebody and penifo said that go mind no.
Yeah.
Unse say when a captain.
Sure.
Aha. Ni na a government. Tell you what I bro for no. Aha, Tiama the captain.
Go captain Asante Kotoko.
Enya de ketua.
Bra.
Na odi eno to nchen so a. Matisi yeso open case ye bi se obesa ato asase ama samba onel. Bisi dawa ha. Ena na ketua no. De na open no. Kotoko enya man de but o ma pagina kwa ko du level bi a. Enkuranhye wo. Etinti ase ya ye adwuma se samba onel obe renew contract no e de amakrobi Kumasi Asante Kotoko so beti agekra no aton no to fro nukru
so no ye bebo no nkoso hene wo ha se ne ye pass ase
so no kan so akra nko be retire wa ha
Kumasi FM
it is somebody and the good news ne say oya dia to me so be renew contract no e de amakrobi Kumasi Asante Kotoko Muhammad Kamara de na aye dene Kamara the end the head. The amount say Kamara say or pay $5,000 a month. $5,000. Say 500 million. Bosu bi any ska or pay. And na Asante Kotoko say omra for.
That no 11-12 cities.
Oh, then they nyafa me say you fan 10
cedi. Okay, you fan hon. So you the 210 cedi even say 500 million. And the bosu mi aketu ye Muhammad Kamara epe. And na Asante Kotoko pay for say omra form. It's Kamara the end day, Edne. Or pay $5,000 a month. And pay the number of be say, meaning say, if I am pegging a crown and dollar and a con anima.
Just say,
Bequet Yakotoko, Peja. And a sutin so the Anakotoko, so Abuakotoko. So, aha, it's Muhammad Kamara pay $5,000 a month. It's Muhammad Kamara the end day, Edne. Into common Suguswa Ecoso, and yet dear Miseka. Namia the much Asante Kotoko team be few Kumasi. And then active o Cape Coast na beach work wakwa ye ho se ne adin kan dia to ya no wakwa kotwa ho sisi ne so e wo e Cape Coast nyame ya do na and the team be free hanum e do mani active keep. Okay, senior most Bremena
simple me da say on Mohammed Kamara I would wish say a bit me a keep you know but me sure say enkomo we akoso ache and anyone say counting akotoko decide say or call in for Aziz
Dari Haruna.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Osha Aziz Dari level now. Me ni say no team say oba be bench oma. E was Asante Kotoko looking at me profile and then the level I know so dey ba. But em say nkomo we ni nkomo akokɔ so a Aziz ne nso no pe nkomo mo ni di no ni say oba ba benya sports no. Because me hu ne say Kotoko asa say air plan life without Mohammed Kamara. Ebe me ya see ebe lose personality like Kamara. Infa me oba asha say o convince ye but e drew baby no. Na onye da convincing. Na emom game am share against Kaizer Chiefs no. E ma ye hu say no abrante ne level no. E was through ye. Me sure so no so after Sani exploit no. A lot of calls about office beba. Cause Saturday no a big time hero. On the winning day no the man Asante Kotoko with the exploit. Inti ye here no going to Africa. Ye here no sa situation no. Edi ebi beba. Ye been here brand no. But simple. No cranny baby onam ene Kotoko so a wish structure. Ni sikasem no. Emani emu wa. Cause me sure saving the highest paid player of Asante Kotoko currently. Ebeje even $3,000. Ebia $2,000. Inti sanka ekwa ebe $2,000-3,000 so dia. Ometimi na kananti ase aye adwuma. But baby onam ne de ebeye din ye pa simple. I just have to be sincere. Say one ma from kakra na se koba ne se Kotoko mpanyimfo gya no maneko. But minim say Africa na de of course. Ye nebe bo Africa wie. Answer. and hanum so na advantage in so de makotoko opa oni ni nim komo na onhwe so no abetimi se e bia office bi o table ne so a kotoko na abetimi push for the gentleman simple. He's a very good goalkeeper but me see e benya ne se so to de yenye kakra aka na nkomfie mo Africa no
okay
e ho na hia mi o ye nebo Africa we are with the kind of materials e wo ho any system num o pay good goalkeeper ehun said anya dindindi bebre say Lawrence Ajekum mu na available
sure
and so kwa Aziz Haruna na konya Ajekum mu kra level na and I even go start scrap Africa we are now decide say wo ball musikatuo Kobi obetimi enya na
okay that's senior
Africa nititu ni
okay manager Brebe na fi president bra
Kumasi FM 104.1
one thing me name say they are offers on Kamara's table
offers da ho
yeah they are offers
nya yi hu because was akansa asem no kra
yeah they are offers on the table for Kamara two things if the player is not ready to extend simple you sell him another say Kotoko and lose totally
yeah
what I say
sure.
me
so o afi back contract you turn na binya bibi
yeah me nya ko bi about Kamara
oh okay